everybody. Hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the plug, Power Living Under God, where purpose meets power and hearts are connected across all generations. I am your host, Felicia Williams, and I welcome some and introduce myself to others. We are glad you joined us on this Sunday. We have an exciting, amazing show today. We want you to know we're here every Sunday at 5 p.m. On the first and third, we're doing a replay just in case you missed it. But on second and fourth Sundays, we're doing a live. So we ask that you would join in, give us your feedback, and we ask that you, if you are led by God to donate, we here at the plug are giving back. And we want you to know that we are hosted by BMU, which is Black Man Unfiltered. We want you to subscribe, hit the like button. Listen, y'all, it's enough to go around. We're all in this together. I am excited today. Once again, I have some special guests. And today, the plug is titled, Why Not Her? But we have a him first, then there's a her. But today we're going to talk with some amazing people who is an amazing power couple in our community. And it's about the family business. I know y'all are probably all tuned into the other family business that you're streaming online, but there's a real life family business going down here on the plug today. So we get to talk to our guests, the Wilson family. So get ready to be inspired, uplifted, challenged to walk in your power, the power coming from God, who is our source, who connects us to all the resources so that we can be better, do better in our community. Again, welcome. Make sure you put your comments in the chat, tell somebody, whatever you do, if it's adding any value, go ahead and share. All right. So, with no further ado, we're going to introduce our guests, the Wilson family. And so I'm going to just turn it over to y'all so y'all can just introduce yourselves, and then we're going to move on in to the family business.
Good afternoon, good evening. Hello, I am new to the Wilson family, but my name is Tausha, aka Johnson, now Wilson, and this is my lovely husband.
I'm Roshawn Wilson. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Yes, and so you said you new to the, you new to the family. Let's talk about that. Just plug us into you new.
Yes.
How new are you?
Recently married on 7/11, right? He got lucky when he found me.
Amen.
Decided to get married on 7/11 of last year. So our 1 year anniversary will be coming up in about 2 months. So a lot of times when he gets upset because I wanted to keep Tausha Johnson. And but luckily I was able to add Wilson to my name and join this wonderful family.
Amen. Okay, 7-11. We're going to talk. I'm going to say, I believe that's the blessed number. The number 7 is complete. My first, marriage was 7-11. Yeah, that you all are going to be blessed bountifully. 7-11 was that day. New things are happening in the Wilson family, and I'm grateful for that. Yes. Now, okay, so with the family business, and you all, congratulations on your upcoming anniversary, because you are new. But just because you're new, that doesn't stop God in what he is doing. So I am grateful that you've joined us. So many exciting things. And let's just be real, Tausha, you and I just met. Probably, I could say a month ago.
Right.
A month ago. So that's just a testament to how don't shortchange God in small beginnings. We just met. You just entered into a marital relationship with your husband, and God is doing amazing things. And that's why we're here today to talk about those amazing things, the family business. Now, in our community, the family can't be together too long before some, start off, especially in a business. Now, I know it's hard to be in the business. So we're here to talk about what that looks like, because I believe God has gifted many people with talents and skill set, but to do it in a family setting, you got to be anointed. Now, letting you got to be a special type of anointing to do it, because family, they the best and they can be the worst. Yes. So let's start with this. How did the idea for a family business come about? Like, did you both already have businesses before y'all got together? And then y'all talk to us about the family business. How did that start?
Well, I would say, it's just two separate individuals already living in their purpose. I'd say she's always been a sponge, and she soaks up knowledge, and she's always been the person that brings people together. And myself, I've always had a passion for food and servantship, so serving people, feeding the souls, trying to just pretty much put food in their hands and let them taste what I have to give. And I think one of the biggest things was when we had got married. I think one of the biggest things was to highlight what do we want to do and what does the future look like. And I think the main thing is us working together to fulfill our needs and whatever our destiny, whatever our calling is to fulfill.
Okay. So y'all each already had businesses. Y'all already had a heart and a passion for, you were already doing God's work.
Yes.
And then
So one thing about Roshawn and I, which is is in a season of learning, right? Because we both are very dominant individuals, and we both have our own way of doing things. And so he had a passion, like he said, for cooking, and that is definitely not me. And then I had a passion for serving people. So I created a nonprofit organization called Why Not You. And Why Not You, the idea came up years ago, maybe 15 years ago, where it was focused on why not you overcome drug addiction? Why not you overcome child molestation? Why not you buy your house? Why not you basically be the best version of yourself? And in 2017, something happened in 2022, suicide became something that I was impacted by personally. So I decided to change the why not you, still best basically being the best version of yourself, but it was more focused on suicide prevention, helping people to, one, not want to commit suicide, to take their own life, and two, for someone or other families not to be impacted as I was. And we all know that a lot of times our purpose is birthed out of pain. And that's what happened with my particular business. And with Greedy Guy, he's I tell him all the time, everything you touch turns to gold. It can be a podcast, it can be cooking, it can be a dish, shrimp and grits. He gonna turn it into a concoction that, one, it makes his head big. It's already big enough, but he gets very confident about, oh, I can do this. I can do this. And I am not a foodie. So in the beginning, he actually felt as I was taken away from his gifts. He was not as passionate about cooking anymore because I don't eat. If anybody on this show knows me, they know Tasha's not eating anything. She don't want it. She's a picky eater. And so we were able to really come together where I'm in a season of learning how to stay in my lane.
Mhm.
Right? He does the cooking. He tells me to get out the kitchen because sometimes I do too much. And then he allows me to serve people in the capacity that the God-given gifts that he's given me.
Okay. Yeah, that's a whole lot. There's so much into all of what both of you said. Um, I even personally did just even know how much was involved in both of you's lives, as far as business, as far as the newly relationship. It's still simply amazing to me that God would take something new and still grow it in the process of time. Both, you still have to both be humble and, of course, Rashawn submitting to God, and then sis, you submitting to the God in him, that's a whole nother podcast by itself. So let me slow my own roll because it's so good to me. It's so good to me. There's a guy on who said, that's my cousin, Deshaun Patron. And Diane said that the food is amazing. I just want to pause for the cause. And she loved this couple. Yeah, so, oh my goodness. Okay, so how do you maintain boundaries? I can tell that, you know, like you said, sis, you had to kind of step back. But at the same time, I also heard you say, um, Rashawn had to, it's almost like renew what he was already doing, or like I don't know, reinvent a renewal. But it sounds like both of you were encouraging one another. It's like you saw in him where maybe he didn't see in himself, or vice versa, or you just his biggest cheerleader. So talk to us about the boundaries between work and home as it relates to your business.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a big one. Work life balance is always hard when you have a 9 to 5, and then you're trying to run a business, and then you're trying to be a husband, and you're trying to be a father. You're trying to put all those things and make sure one of them don't fall. I mean, one of them's gonna lack. I mean, it's hard to do all of it at the same time. But like I said, one of them's gonna lack. I just think when I to try to find a balance with me and cooking and we're running the business and having a 9 to 5 and being a successful husband at that. I just think that you have to, there's boundaries that you have to adhere to. You try not to, I try to keep business and keep personal, and try not to let it blur the lines with being a father and being a husband and being an entrepreneur, because you have to figure out which one comes first. Like I said, first one, you got to put God first. We all know that. And then, of course, the second one is your family. But sometimes it gets confusing because what brings the money in is what keeps the family whole. But you have to make sure your family's on the forefront of that first, and then you'll be able to get the rest of the business. And I can't admit it was hard at first because I'm a worker. So I'm going to work, tend to put the family on the back burner to get it done, but then tell them, hey, this is what I do it for. But I had to kind of work inside out and say, you know what? Let me get my family up to speed first, and then through that, I'll be able to get to the business.
Oh, I love it. Inside out. Yeah. Having to pause and just evaluate and assess what's going on. I like it. Tasha, I keep saying sis, but Tasha.
I'm glad you said sis, because just FYI, we have women's fellowship at Crosspoint Bible, and it's called Hey Sis. So Sisters in Spirit. So that's what it is, sis. I think that we're still working on the boundaries aspects. In the very beginning, even now, we struggle with, hey, we don't want this marriage to feel as if it is a business transaction. When we come in, we're talking about work. When we're working, we're talking about work. And so we've had to come and be intentional with what are we going to do to make sure, one, our marriage, our family is taken care of first, and then allow God to take care of the rest, right? To be able to relinquish that control, so that we can fulfill the purpose that He's already put in us. And so boundaries is something that I feel we are continuously working on, and being intentional and understanding, hey, when we lay down, we're not talking about business. We're talking about what's the plan for tomorrow as far as us, making sure that we're pouring back into each other, because as you know, the overflow is what people should get, not the internal. So we really do our best to try to do a better job with setting boundaries to make sure that our family and our business is taken care of.
Okay, so what about, I noticed Rashawn talked about God, and something we say we all know, but sometimes people don't know. I want you to be reminded that you're talking to the world. We don't know who's on this podcast. And so what does that look like as spiritual disciplines for you as a couple? What do you do if you're putting God first? What does that look like practically, in your everyday lives as a couple?
Again,
every
day is a new day that we try to do better, right? In the beginning of our relationship, I feel as if I was more outwardly expressed a better relationship with God. I went to church. I did my Bible studies. I prayed, and he still had his own relationship, and that's something he can speak on. But it wasn't as involved as mine. But I think at the end of the day, we both knew that it was rooted in the foundation that nothing, whether our marriage, our business, where we go, is not going to be successful unless we decide to allow God to come into the mix of it all. And that's what we're trying to do. I think it's every day. He may think something different than what I think, but we make sure that we try our best to communicate what that looks like.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is not that we don't have to think alike, but we need to think together. I think the biggest one of the biggest attributes to being with my wife is her trusting God, her believing God. It's not always the best. I will say that it hasn't always been the best, but here recently she's been, not just recently. I mean, in the last couple of years, it's kind of like she's been pulling me along. Hey, we need to get out here. We need to do this. We need to do that. And if I'm one of those people that if I don't see the value in it, then I won't do it. I'm one of those walk by faith and not by sight kind of guys. Like I said, I don't have to be in the church to be saying I believe in God. I have my own. Me and God have our own time together that we have, and I don't have to share it with the world. I don't have to be in public with it. I can do it on my own. But in order for us to be equally yoked, I got to give a little, and I have to give a little, and I have to put some back. So I mean, the biggest thing with her is that we're able to be on that. And I'm not saying I go to church every single Sunday, but I am there with her whenever I'm around and I can be there. So
let me pause for the cause for the plug. Let me put a plug in it. Going to church is not the relationship part. Mm-hmm. So let the plug put a plug in it. Mm-hmm. Because our relationship with the Lord is first and foremost the first thing, because before I can have a relationship outwardly, I first got to have this relationship working, so I just want to, stand on that truth, that you have to have a relationship with the Lord. You believe that the Lord, that God sent his son and his son died, all the things that, put us in a position to have a relationship with the Lord. So that's why I wanted to ask, that question. But also, Roshawn, a lot of marriages mimic what's happening with you all's marriage, and if you look at most of our Black churches, it's a lot of women in relationships that maybe started out in their relationship with the Lord or doing the things, and a man may come along or whatever that case may be. I'm just saying that to say it is the unity where there is unity, you can command a blessing. Mm-hmm. And you were the one that brought up God in the beginning too. I'm just saying, I'm grateful that you all, because here on the plug, it's raw, it's honest, because this is how we help the younger generation that's coming behind us. And so I'm grateful that it's you all's unity to be able to come together. And you said it, you're not going to always agree, but what relationship does? We don't agree with the people we work with every day, but we go every day, don't we? Mm-hmm. So we look at it that way. You have a lot of fans over here. Your cousin them is saying, hey, they love you. Your first lady is blowing up the chat. I'm gonna need her to just slow down. You have a cousin that says that your faith, Tausha, and prayers have saved her so many times. I guess that's a yes. Yeah. So your walk says a lot. And I want to pause to let you know that, I don't want to bypass that because that's important. Okay. So can y'all share a proud moment that you've experienced in the business together?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just try to hold back the emotions here. I'm so proud of her with what she's accomplishing in her Why Not You. It's not all the time, and I don't think sometimes she sees the greatness she does and what she has in her business and just what the calling is, and just the word why not you? I mean, that just the words itself it makes everybody believe in it. And we had our I think it was second annual Balling for a Cause, and just to see the amount of people that came out and support it's just like when Tasha puts her name out there and Tasha says she's doing something, people just say, "Oh, Tasha's having another event again," and they want to show up. Just the amount of vendors that came out, the friends, the support, the basketball. Of course, it didn't end the best, but it just still showed the passion in the game itself of basketball. And of course, it ended in a fight or whatever. But at the end of the day, people are going to do what they're going to do. But it shows there was still passion in basketball. We weren't just out there playing just to play. They were actually balling for a cause. They wanted to win because some people that are passionate about basketball are out there playing because something happened to the people that were in their family that happened with maybe suicide or whatever else, whatever the case may be. But they were there balling for a cause. And just to see that she's able to bring all these people together every single time, I mean, it's a blessing for me because when I bring my business up, I mean, and I'm there, the same people that support her will support me. So it's just like, it helps me just like it helps her and it helps us as a family. So I love that.
Yes.
You never really told me that. Thank you.
Okay.
I think it's beautiful. And yes, he said, I want to hold back the emotion. Listen, we don't want you to hold back because this is raw, raw and authentic interview. Why? Because these emotions, God gave them to us, men and women alike. And, you know, overcome the myth. Yes, you still a man. You got emotions. God gave them to you. However, let me again pause because Tasha, I'm gonna let you talk. I promise. I like to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Let me tell you what that means. That's a real scripture. I'm gonna pull it up in a minute. But to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living is, I know where I'm going when I leave here, but I'm looking for God in the lives of people. I'm listening for God. So right here on this podcast today, you, Tasha, was talking about how gifted Roshawn is, and like when he put his hands to something and the food, and got first laid off here, mouth, watering. I just thinking about it, and you were talking about how he puts his hands to something and God just blesses it, and then he in turns and talk about and gets emotional about how you show up and your passion and the people. Listen, people. If you don't see beyond what you see, let me help you see it clearly. This is what togetherness, unity looks like. Because, and Rashawn said it, he said, I don't think she sees it because that's the humble state. When you're passionate and you're doing the thing that God has gifted you, you normally are not looking at yourself. You just being about the Father's business. You doing it. It's the gifts and talents that you have. And it's beautiful to see both of you already unified, working together. Yes, there are challenges. You've told us that. But also, we don't talk enough about the benefits. We don't see enough of couples cheering each other on in the midst. So I just want to applaud you both. And then I'm going to pause because Tasha got something to say. Would you need to? This is what this is about. Go on, Tasha.
I look like I got something to say.
Yes. Okay, wait, Tasha. Somebody said, Bonnie Blake said, Robert and Leo are looking at y'all and they're really proud. And they told me to make sure I tell y'all that.
Thank you. So Robert is my dad who passed when I was 17. And Leo is my brother who committed suicide, which is why I started Why Not You. And honestly, I think I can't pinpoint necessarily the best event that we've had or the best thing that we've done together, but he hit the nail on the head when he said none of it would be possible without the support and the connections and the collaborations. My family, they show up every time. Probably the ones on this podcast today is my family, right? If I say, hey, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, they know that I have a heart to serve, and they know that I'm gonna be there for them. So they always seem to show up for me. Friends that aren't even friends, they're family, sisterhoods, people that I've just met, like yourself. Sometimes God, He is intentional with those connections. And when you look back at it, you're like, oh wow, that's why it made sense why this person came into my life. And so I don't take that for granted. I love what you said. We're on this side. I want to be able to give people their flowers. I want to be able to serve and help. And I think that's the best part of the business itself, whether we're doing it with the nonprofit or he's doing it with his food, or we're just doing it in our everyday walk, we're still allowing our light to shine in everything that we touch. And so I don't think there's a particular event or the most successful, because if you reach one, that was beautiful, right? That was a good day.
Okay. Okay. So the nonprofit, the proceeds that come to your nonprofit. So talk to us about talk to us a little bit more about the nonprofit that started. You talked to us about your brother. So your brother was Leo that passed away? Okay. And so the nonprofit is still, that's where it started from. Okay. And so the proceeds, because I want people to plug into sowing a seed. Here on the plug, we sow seed in good ground, because if you sow seed in good ground, you can expect a harvest. So talk to us about the nonprofit and how the proceeds work in the nonprofit, and for the greedy guy too.
Okay. So luckily my husband can cook, so he helps a lot on that back end as far as when we're serving food, because people are gonna show up if there's some good food. So he's really the one that helps me to make it a successful event. It is always big back season.
Yes, you see, we got it up. Big back season is up on you. Get your fix today. And you see all his social media platforms and his email. No, is that your website?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All
Um,
right. Don't y'all delay.
Yeah,
Booking today.
like it. What do you say on the podcast? Like, subscribe, comment. I don't
Yeah,
know how
I
words.
was saying, I like you.
But Why Not You, of course, is a grassroots nonprofit. Trying to figure it out. There's not necessarily proceeds. We just try to keep it afloat. So we have our Why Not Her event coming up, a workshop focused on women. It is about empowering, inspiring, and transformation. Have some wonderful speakers. 2 of them are on your podcast right now, and then Miss Carrie Pettis, who was on a last episode. And so we are just women who want to really make an impact in the lives of other women. There's so many things that we go through that a man will never know, right? So we're really intentional with our conversation and what we can do to really empower, inspire, and at the end of the day, change lives, to transform. And so that's what this event will be. Of course, we will have shrimp and grits, chicken and waffles, biscuits and gravies. It will be a brunch style. There will be some mimosas available.
Okay.
Those tickets are there. You see the QR code. So get your tickets early. We do not want to you to miss out. We will save your seat. You have until next week. But really, it's a way for us women to just get together. We'll also have a violinist. So you'll hear some good music. It's going to be really relaxing, and you'll be able to network with other women and just collaborate, right? We cannot be successful without other women, other supporters, and collaborating and helping each other get to that next level in life.
I will say this while you have it on the screen. This is your way of getting a shortcut to the event. If you would like to screenshot, you can screenshot, then you can click the QR code. It will take you to where you purchase the ticket. You can buy the ticket right now if you want to do
Say it again, Roshawn. You know how some of us got to say it one more time.
Got you. So this is your shortcut to the event. You can screenshot right now. Click the QR code at the bottom. It'll take you directly to the page to pay for it. Just to let you guys know that at this moment.
Yes. We're going to leave it up. You go ahead and screenshot. And then, fellas, if you on here, you got a sister, your mama, your friend, your girlfriend, your wife, your partner, your concubine, your mistress, I don't know, whoever. Listen to me. Send this to her. Why not her? Whoever she is, I double dare you. Come on, bro. Come on, brothers. You can do it. Won't you send this to a sister? Send this, and so that can be your gift to them. Yes. All of your friends, your female friends, send it. Send it now. Send 1, send 2. See, she will be shocked that you done sent her a whole QR code for her. Not only send, won't you just gift it to her? How about that too? You can gift 1, send 1. Come on, brothers. I'm trying to help you out today. You can send one or you can give one. Because why not her? Maybe it's not you, but you want her to be great. Come on, send it. Send it today. Now, like Roshawn said, you can screenshot this and then click the QR code and it'll take you right to where you need the link where you can purchase your ticket today. Don't wait to the last minute. It could be an early Mother's Day's gift, an early sister.
Hey,
Give
there
it
you
to your
go.
mom, your sister. That's serious. I believe the young and the middle age and the older. My mother has got her ticket. She is ready. Listen, we are gonna pack the house out because when sisters get
Woo-hoo.
together, when we get together and be on one accord, yes, I believe that the power of God will be in the building and we can make some changes and connections. And we got good food on top of it. Come on now.
That's how we get them
Yes.
there. Food. You start with the food. I should have put this picture first.
Yeah. Yeah. You see his picture down at the bottom? Yes. There it is. Put him back up. Yes, and you know we always looking for vendors for your events that's coming up, whether that's Mother's Day, whatever, Father's Day. Here, don't delay. Go ahead and get your fix today. I like that. Don't delay. Get your fix today.
All right.
Yes, with the greedy guy. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, indeed. Yes, this is
Get
good.
me now while the prices are reasonable. You know how I get. You know
Okay. You heard it from the one who owns it now. He said, do it now because the prices is going up like everything else. That's just what it is.
yesterday's price ain't today's price. You know how
Come on. That's right. That's right. Okay. Do y'all have any children?
absolutely.
Talk to us about y'all kids.
So we have we have two children apart and one together.
Hmm.
So I always wanted a son. And you know, funny thing is when you put things out in the universe, God will always put it in your plate. And I have a son,
Yes,
a
sir.
bonus son, Mr. Kobe Baker, Jr. So her oldest son, which she started her life over, he already grown. And she now we got a 3-year-old from the V4, and he's 17. So he's at the exit school, and she's going in. So,
Okay.
but yeah, a 6-year-old about to be 7, a 3-year-old about to be 4, and a 17-year-old about to be 18, and he's gonna be grown. He ain't gonna be gone, but he grown.
So how does the family business, how do you incorporate your children? I noticed because you got a blended family. See, y'all got a lot going on. Y'all hear me? I got a lot going. I mean, but it's a good thing because what it says is you can have these challenges and still do great things. Again, if we put God in the right place. But how do you incorporate your children in the family business?
So I will tell you this, and this is an awesome question that you're asking because history repeats itself. So Kobe, of course, he's the oldest. He is, and which I don't give him enough credit for this, but he is what keeps my business mind going because he's a big bag. He eats. So it's nothing that when I cook, sometimes it's like I'm not impressed that he likes it because he likes everything. So I'm not impressed that he likes it, but he's the reason why I keep doing what I'm doing. Now history repeats itself. Now my youngest, she mirrors her mom. She doesn't eat. And so whatever her mom does, that's what she does. Now, my child, she's a big bag too. She eats just as much as Kobe. So if we get some pizza, Kobe eat 4 slices. She gonna try to eat 4 slices, and she's 6 years old. So,
Oh wow.
how do you incorporate them in the business? I think Kobe has a passion for eating, and he has a passion for cooking too. But I think he's kind of a chameleon. He's one of the ones where if he sees me doing something, he can adapt and he can do it too, or he can help me out with it. Recent success, I had a catering in New Mexico that they wanted me to go to an oil rig and cook. Her Uncle Lester, he invited me out there. I went out there and I took a leap of faith. I never barbecued. I know how to barbecue, but I've never barbecued like with a smoker or outside before. And I did it the first time. And, you know, she was on me. You need to make sure it's good. You know, this is your livelihood, blah, 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 blah. You know, her doing what she normally do. And I'm like, you know what? I got this. I stayed up to like 5 o'clock in the morning, having to make a 6-hour drive to go all the way out there. But I will tell you, Kobe was right there with me. He might have went to sleep like 2 hours before me, but he was helping me mix the stuff up, checking on the meat that's on the smoker. He's kind of a chameleon. He's always there. He can adapt and figure things out too. But it was a huge success. I mean, they wanted to invite me back out. Haven't been back out yet, but they wanted to invite me back out. They said it's some of the best barbecue they've ever tasted. So, it's one of those things. And he was right there with me and he helped. Now the kids, they ain't really doing that right now. They cheerleaders, but they ain't really doing nothing with the business. But Kobe, he's right there. He's always helping him when I need him to.
Awesome. Well, yeah, they cheerleaders. They starting out well, then they'll cheer you on. But I love how you um talked about how he helps you, and you had never told him. And I think this is a good space to tell him because and I hope he's watching. If he not, you can play it back. Why? Because he needs to hear that. I'm a big advocate for us, telling our boys, what they're doing right, telling our girls what they're doing right. And like you said, not just you, we sometimes, just because life be life and we see it, but we don't often say it. So I think this is a good space for that. I'm excited because little do you know, you're making an impact in your house. And you already said it because one is mimicking you and the other one is mimicking her. And then you got the cheerleaders. It's just all working out. So that's amazing, amazing, amazing. Let me stop for some of the comments, baby. This first lady, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I started to tell her just come on the show and host it with me, co-host it, because I knew this was gonna happen. She wants you to know she is always, Roshawn, open to be your taste tester. So don't count her out. Just she's open for it.
Duly noted.
And then we have somebody else said they're very proud of you. That's Tamisha. Now, Roshawn, you got some of us that Roshawn, you got some of us that willing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, to do they said that they'll taste some, they'll do some tasting too. That's what they were saying. So I think everybody wants look, everybody got their hand up. I do a taste for you, I do a taste. Yes. Okay. So another question. How do y'all handle disagreements?
I'll let you do it.
Let us pray. Let us pray. Grab hands.
Yes. That's definitely probably what we need to do. Disagreements. They happen quite often. Because like I said earlier in the very beginning, we are very strong-headed, dominant individuals. And so when you're recently married, you're so used to not necessarily the singleness, right? You're so used to doing it my way. I don't have to include you. He used to doing it his way, and he doesn't have to include me. And so communication has probably been our number one struggle. Talking to a therapist and everything, because that's how real it is. And I do recommend everyone on this podcast getting a therapist, being able to have a conversation with somebody that is unbiased, that does not necessarily know you or that could choose sides. Miss Felicia is one of those people. Just FYI, if you did not know.
You gotta put the plug in, girl.
Yes, she is a great listener. She is a great listener, easy to talk to, and just really being an advocate for that, because a lot of times, especially, there's a stigma of talking to a counselor or talking to a therapist. Like, I've said before, I ain't that crazy. I'm a little crazy, but I ain't that crazy. And so being able to just be open-minded to removing that stigma, to have a dialogue with someone that you can really just be candid and just say what you want to say what you wouldn't tell anybody else, because guess what, they can't tell nobody anyways. So I would say communication has probably been our biggest struggles when it comes to disagreements. I'm the type that I will isolate, I will shut down, and I'm a professional at the silent treatment.
So be real now. She said, don't hold back. Be real.
That's it.
It's convenient. It's convenient that she held that part very last. That she just shut down there. I would just like to just to piggyback on what she said. I am and I know a lot of men will say this, I am a 90% logical thinker. That's where everything comes in. I think logic. Now I do need to tip my scale. I'm a Libra, so I need to be more balanced when it comes to that. So I do need to bring up my emotional state and bring down the logical state just a little bit, just for the simple fact that, you can be logical, but sometimes you need to be intentional with being emotional with your woman and become vulnerable and have your vulnerable moments with her as well. Because the crazy thing is the women know the logical answer all the time, but they don't want to think with that. They want to think with their emotions first. So they want to, I know that's what's right, but this is how I'm feeling. So if I can make sure that I'm giving her what she needs to support her emotions, I think we'll be good.
It's the children.
Go upstairs. Thank you.
It's with a smile. I love it. Yes. I think you all said some important things. Mental health, communication. Um, and I think this could be a whole podcast by itself when you talk about the difference between men and women, how we think. This is not enough conversation. You're fine. This is a real show. The real kids, they need some real attention. So the real daddy has paused to go handle the situation. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Real life. This is in the real time. So we praise God for real time. So I think that's important. I noticed, Sasha, you mentioned struggles, and even in therapy, we talk about it's challenges. It's part of life. Somewhere along the line, we bought into a lot of things are not. Every day ain't gonna be Sunday. Every day ain't gonna be sunny. We can look at nature here in Texas. In one day, you can have 4 seasons. That's how relationships sometimes are. Like I said, that's a whole nother podcast by itself. But because we're interviewing you all and you giving us a sneak a preview into your relationship, all of the things you're newlyweds practically, but you're doing things that some people who have been married for years have failed to do or have started it and stopped. The key thing is we can't stop. The key thing is being intentional. So thank you all for sharing how you're doing it. You're not saying it's perfect, but you're not saying it's the worst either.
Right.
And even in the midst of it, now in the midst of communications challenges, we going to therapy, but then we got business. And then we got some children to throw. Listen, I want to say, continue to do what you're doing. And I am literally just intrigued in how God take ordinary people to do extraordinary things.
Right.
So I'm inspired by your story, honestly, and I thank you for just sharing. Here's what I want to say. What are your long-term goals for the business and for your family?
Oh, I would say long-term goals is for the business. I don't want to say I want to open a restaurant because I kind of don't want the overhead costs, but I do want to have a big brand name, big successful Black business that's a name in the community that people know that they can call on that for me to do events. And of course, we want to have our own event space as well, have our own event center that we can host events and we can keep everything in-house. I mean, we know photographers, we know event planners, we know, of course, I'm a chef. And she has her own nonprofit. So I think one of the longer term goals would be to have a successful black owned business and to have an event center. I don't know if you.
I don't necessarily think that it's something tangible that I really want to have, but I do know that I want to make an impact in whatever capacity that looks like. Whether it's of course, with his business and the catering, I'm working on a project in West Texas, and then the nonprofit. It's still moving up in my career as far as my job, my normal 9 to 5. So I don't want to say that there's necessarily a long-term goal. I just want to make sure that every day is better, right? Every day better.
You didn't plug your business.
I know.
Every day better. Okay. So what legacy do you hope to leave through your work together?
You can answer that.
Legacy not only for my children, but for my family and my friends. I have a new position and I'm hearing different conversations with people. I mean, leaving millions of dollars to their kids, leaving businesses to their kids. And that's what I want to have. I want to be able to impact generations after generations after generations when I'm gone. So I would definitely say a legacy is always on our vision board every year. because we know that life is not promised, and we want to be able to set our children up for success. A lot of times in our community, you know, my son's turning 18. It's like, hey, you're 18. Bye. You got it. Right. And in other communities, it's isn't like that. Right. They're not an adult when they turn a certain age. There's still so much growing to do that I want to make sure that we are teaching our kids by one, them being able to see what we're doing, not necessarily just us telling them what to do. Right. And being able to just hold on to the opportunity, because one thing we don't get back is time, and making sure that we are cherishing that time and not just, okay, bye, figure it out. Like, no, let me help you figure it out, because I'm 30, about to 39, and I still ain't figured it out. So I need somebody to continue to help me, which is why mentors are important. Finding somebody that is doing what you want to do. Maybe they're at a place where you want to be, and connecting with them, and then you doing the same thing for somebody else, being a mentor and getting a mentee, because we all need somebody.
Definitely all need somebody. Go ahead, Roshawn, what you say?
Oh, I say everybody needs somebody. If you're watching this at home, I would just like to tell you that invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. There's if you think to yourself, like I tell her all the time, she's like, I don't know what I'm good at. I can never figure out what it is. I ain't found it yet. You're already living in your purpose. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So just invest in yourself to make it brighter. Read books. Don't do the job that you have. Do the job that you want. I know you're in a situation right now, but you're only an idea away from being a millionaire. So you need to invest in yourself always.
Good information. Good, rich information. It has been an honor. If you are enjoying the show, by all means, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Hit the subscribe button, please. If you are enjoying the show, is free support to support the network, the BMU, Black Man Unfiltered. There's so many ways that you can support by just hitting the subscribe button and sharing it. Sharing is caring. And we are not going to leave without promoting again the upcoming event that's about to take place on April 27th. We want you to get your ticket today. Get your ticket today. Today. Don't forget, Roshawn, tell them how to do it again.
Hey, if you want to right now, we're going to plug you in. Hit the screenshot. I don't know for them Android users, I don't know how to do that. However, if you got an iPhone, the power button and the volume up button, you screenshot it, then you go to your pictures and you click on QR code. It'll say take you to Safari, then you go on there, and then you know how to do the rest. Just pay.
Yes, do the rest.
Beat me there.
Yes, there's so many ways you can support. So we want you to come out. It's going to be a phenomenal time. And on the, let me get my date right, because you'll get to speak to the three speakers at the event. Will be on the plug. This is the last
next Sunday.
Is it next Sunday, Tasha? Okay. So we'll all be here. We'll put a flyer on the social media, but also we want to put up the Greedy Guys information again, because we want you not to miss. Get your big back. It's big back season. Every season is big back season. Don't delay. Get your fix today. Listen. Yes.
I also do house calls, y'all. I do house calls. If you need me to come cook for you and your loved one or the kids, if you need some meal preps, I do meal preps. You can go to my website. It has everything on there. I have my website. My meal prep deals on there. Some of the cheapest on the market, I will tell you that, because some people be taxing. I'm not one of those ones. I believe that healthy eating is expensive. But I can fit anything into your budget. And if we need to talk offline, I can customize anything for you. I can do that too. Your health is my wealth. I would say that.
All right. My health is his wealth. Okay. That's good. Yeah.
You give your money away all the time to the process.
We do. To restaurants. We do.
But hey, why not give it to me? You actually right. Good while doing it.
Right. There you go. That's right. Let us give back to one another. Yes, I agree. And like Tasha's talked about mental health. Listen, even if you are on here and you have an idea, you have something that you are proud of, listen, email me at thepluglady2020 at gmail.com. I'll put that in the chat, you can give us your feedback, or you want to come on the show, we welcome you to come on the show. And then if you need some mental health a referral, I'll be glad to refer you or give you my information. Look, we're doing big things. We're connecting and partnering with each other because we know only we can help our community. I'm going to say that again. Only we can help us. We can't wait on nobody to come help us. We have what we need. My question is, what's in your hand and what's in your house? Whatever you got in your hand and in your house, God can use that for you to go out and make an impact in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. I got to give you guys a shout as well. They do that thing at the church. Come at the church, honey. Y'all in the church, listen. Shout out to Cross Point, where the pastor is none other than Pastor Charles Woodford and Lady Diane Woodford. We love and adore each of you. These are your members, so I want to just shout y'all out as well.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. Well, y'all, if any more questions or comments from the audience, we are getting ready to wrap it up. And I have enjoyed interviewing both of you. I love what God is doing in your life. I can't wait to see how God is going to blow your minds in all the things that He has in store for you. Tausha, thank you for taking your pain and turning it in to purpose. Like you said before, I'm a firm believer our misery becomes our ministry. So we are grateful for what you're doing, and I can't wait to partner with you in what the things that you're doing. All right, y'all. That's the end of the show. We thank y'all all for chiming in, and the cousin them and the members and all the people that yes, we appreciate you again. I'm gonna put my email in here and all the things. Yes.
I need to do a tally of which one of my family members is in the podcast today, so I can check them off the list.
Oh, you gotta listen, checking it twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of them. Matter of fact, I can tell you must have done that because they were coming in saying, I'm here, I'm late. So that means they was on a race or something. Yes.
And then Sunday. So Sunday is at Crosspoint Bible Fellowship. We have a play, Jesus Goes to Court. So if you guys do not have a church home on Sunday, please come out to Crosspoint Bible Fellowship. On Friday, we have a concert. So come out. And then Saturday is our Easter extravaganza. So bring the kids. That's going to be from 11 to 3. So we just invite you. We welcome you to come, show up. We're going to have a good time. We're going to love on you. And we just can't wait for you to come.
I also will tell you that food is going to be there and it's free. I'm cooking.
So we can taste
I'm cooking a lot of the stuff, but there is a potluck. There will be a lot of other people cooking stuff too. So if you want to come to eat, hey, if you want to come just to eat, I'm cool with that too. Just
smothered chicken, yams, greens, cabbage, mac and cheese. It's Soulful Sunday, y'all. So just
okay, so for Sunday at Cross Point, that's on this coming up Saturday. You know, it's the Easter weekend. Now, listen, I will be a miss, honey. I love Cross Point. That's my family. Then when you finish over there, now come on over to Antioch Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church, where the pastor is none other than Chris Wesley. We're having an extravaganza on Saturday. There's so many things going on in the community. My point is, drive by, pull up, stop by, listen. Let us do it for the children, do it for one another. We are all in this together. Friday is Good Friday. We got the Easter production. So everybody should be out and about this weekend.
Yeah.
Everybody. Yes, everybody. And then go grab somebody that ain't never been to church, maybe, or somebody in your family, and go and invite somebody. Invite the people. Yes. All right, y'all. I think that's it. That wraps it up. Again, I'm the plug. Thank y'all. I'm your host, Felicia Williams. We love you. Until next time, we see you back live at 5. We'll let you know. All right. I'm out. Bye. Thank you.